WEFM, the new fresh sound.
Rise and shine. Let's get ready to take on the day. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
And the time is now 7:46 here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and you're listening to Activated Mornings this morning. You're listening to the voice of Ariane with me in studio. Joining me is Christal. Good morning, Christal. How are you?
Good morning, Ari. I am well, thank you. How are you? How are you doing? How are the listeners? Morning. Hello. How do you do?
Don't do crack, ladies and gentlemen. Do not do drugs.
You see, when people excited and when people are like dramatic and melodramatic, whichever term is fitting right now, folks assume when we're so colorful and flavorful, it's like a nice pot of pillow with all like the spices in it, right? None of like, salt and black pepper kind of seasoning. When we meat season good, they think that there's something in our veins besides blood. They think something wrong. Actually, something right. Without us, I would be so bored.
So you do know, right, that today is the second day of Black History Month, and
it's March, not March.
No, it's February. It's always February. It's always February.
Man, the two whatless. They get Black History Month the shortest month of the year. Is it a whatless?
So somebody was saying on air yesterday that they don't want to see anything white today, or during the month they don't want. They only want to see black. They want the phone in dark mode. They don't even want apps on their computers to be white. And then somebody said,
"How they going to see things?"
How dark mode does work? They just turn the
no, but they don't want any apps white. They don't want
anything white.
So if the background. Anyways, they could use like light pink. And
somebody
stuff.
here in WEFM'S studio said they don't think Christal should come in tomorrow because she has a little light skin.
Who says so? Who says so?
I can't believe somebody. Me.
You
believe that?
You. I'm going to check back the recordings. I know it's you. I know it's you. Release would never say anything like that. Nobody else in here would say something.
That is crazy.
It's you.
That is crazy. And I don't know if I will stand for these allegations this early in the morning, Christal.
You're not standing, you're sitting.
And I don't know if I will sit for these allegations so early in the morning, Christal.
As a business, I don't say what I have to say.
But
I'm not white.
But okay.
I'm yellow. Yellow. Some people say red, but to me it doesn't matter. I'm black.
And you're hot. You're black inside.
No, I'm black. If you run like one of those tests, where they check your ethnicity by using your DNA, I'm black.
You're clearly black. Clearly.
That's why they named me Christal.
Okay, Christal. So we're talking Cynthia this morning.
Oh yeah, there's nothing funny about this.
So last week the Vincentian had posted a story and we didn't get around to discussing it, but we're getting around this Friday. The story is written by Kenvin Hall and it discusses the St. Hill considering closing the doors of his supermarket, Minimart, sorry. And he spoke about reasons why that may be. Some of the reasons he listed is the fact that he has been robbed on numerous occasions, twice within a 2-month period, and over the years that he's been operating, he's been robbed around 6 times. He also said because of the robberies, there hasn't been as much support in the community in terms of purchasing from the Minimart, and understandably so. Persons probably just don't feel safe, especially given that the last robbery, someone who usually helps him out was shot. Another thing he noted was the prices for goods skyrocketing. And I found this particularly interesting because it ties to the conversation that vendors have been having inside the market. No one is coming to buy inside the market. No one is supporting. Well, there's a little support to these community minimarts these days. And then we have to think about the issue that where the three persons were released after being charged with burning down this shop in Barley. So it raises the question: does the community treasure vending or persons who operate these little shops and mini marts? Are they under attack, or are they facing different difficulties regarding securing sales and meeting ends meet every month? What do you think?
So I think there are several things in there to discuss. Because you mentioned multiple things. You mentioned that the owner of the Minimart, St. Hill, is considering closing the Minimart for good. To be honest, if I were the owner, I think after like 2 or 3 times I was robbed, I would have closed it. So I really commend him for continuing, because he said it is like a community service. Despite the low sales and high operational costs, he still continued his business because he realized that there were more benefits to the risk of operating the business. And he always wanted to give back to his community that has given him so much throughout his life. I'm not sure how long he was living there, but I find it to be very unfortunate that people have to suffer at the hands of robbers and thieves. Well, same thing. He is the one who's facing the consequences. Low sales, people are running from patronizing him because they are afraid of being at the wrong place at the wrong time, and he has to suffer the consequences of that when he did nothing wrong. If he so decides to close the Minimart, the community will also suffer, because there are still people who would patronize his business, who wouldn't have to catch a bus to go to either Pembroke or Kingston to get goods. And he is out of, I don't want to say, well, he's out of his business, and the people in the community don't have that opportunity to just run down the road and get something. These community shops play a very vital role in their respective communities, because people literally in walking distance can go and get something. And sometimes if money a little short, they could kind of, get a little personal assistance from the shop owner. I would like to see the robbers be held accountable for their actions.
Definitely.
But he said that no arrests. So then what is he supposed to do? Is he supposed to get himself a firearm? Is he supposed to have a metal detector at the door? Is he supposed to hire an expensive security detail to protect his business, which is going to run up his costs and then carry up the prices of the goods that he's selling to maybe a price that people can't afford to buy within the community? What is he supposed to do? As I pretty catch these robbers. He does believe, though, that he said it in the story, that the persons who robbed him in December, the same persons who robbed him the other day. He believes that. So I guess he's hoping and praying that somebody is held accountable. But that's sad. It's really sad.
Have you ever been to St. Hills Minimart? I am trying to understand how it is that you come to shooting somebody robbing St. Hills Minimart. No, I'm not encouraging the act at all, but I don't understand why it had to get to the point of extreme violence in that case. Because in the story, he did mention that the person who they shot is a worker at Graves who would pop in occasionally to give him a bit of assistance as he's coming down in age. I don't understand how they got to the point of shooting this person. And I know things hard, but oh gosh, man. We're robbing from old people now to the point where they don't want to do it anymore. They want to leave the business behind.
Older folks are more vulnerable. It's easier. So that's why they would target the older folks, because it can run from them faster. They will not be able to fight back like a younger person would. It's just like how people prey on children, the vulnerable folks in the society, right? But how they get to shooting, I think one of three things. They are able to easily access guns. So getting a gun ain't nothing hard anymore. One. Some of them are trigger happy. And three, they coward. Because I don't get it either. I don't get it. If you come to steal, but then again, the Bible says, come to steal and kill and what's not. So
Anybody who's stealing from children and elderly people are cowards. Immediately by default. Not encouraging theft in any way, but the time you get to rob and burglarize older persons' homes and attack children to take what they have, you are a coward.
So you can send your responses on WhatsApp or on Facebook and YouTube Live at WFM99SVG. The WhatsApp number is 4579997. You can also call us at 4579997 if you want to jump in on this conversation here. Somebody is asking, good morning. Oh, no, that's from the recent one. Does anyone know how many times a dollar circulates in the community? No. Boy?
That's a good question.
Because you have the man who has the little mini mart or the shop, then you have the person who's selling the drinks, and then somebody might be selling food, and then you might have the bus driver within the community, or somebody selling fruits and what's that. It's hard to tell.
Let me break it down from
Ah.
Kittels. Because Kittels is what I'm most familiar with. There's a tire shop in Kittels, Kelly's. From there is a shop on the block. There's Philo's Minimart. Next to the Minimart, they have I want to say a cafeteria, like I don't know what to call it, but they sell food there.
Restaurant.
There's a gas station that's owned. All those it's not a restaurant per se. The gas station, those businesses are owned by the same family. The gas station, the Minimart, Desire Sports Bar, they're all owned by the same family. Next to them is Mazai Bar. Next to that is Vero's shop that sells food. Usually to persons walking in the area and school children, because the Kittels government school isn't far from these establishments. That is all I can think of off the top of my head in Kittels. How does that circulate now in the community?
I think it will if the business owners give back to the community. You understand?
Yeah.
So if they invest in certain things like fixing something somewhere where the community people could kind of benefit, I guess. And also if persons within the community are employed by these businesses, then the money goes back into the community per se.
I would say,
you know,
a lot of persons in the community are employed by these businesses. I don't remember seeing faces from outside of the community working at these establishments.
And that's how it goes around. And then the money goes to CW or something like at the end of the month.
But then does that then circulate across the state?
Yeah, because people will travel, people go to various events here, then everywhere. They go to town, what's not. Some child might be going to college at the Money Reach Villa. Yeah, money goes around. But you talked about vending, right? Let me specify to vending in Kingstown. It is a culture. It is a culture. And I think it's unfair for us to expect people overnight to move from shopping on the street to shopping in a building. You have to like consciously like, oh, okay, market open. Let me go in the market until it becomes habitual. When I'm going to buy bananas and breadfruit and what's not, I'm going into the market. You literally have to recondition your mind from expecting to pass it on the street to actually going into. Plus, Vince's could be a little bit lazy. So if it's not in front of our faces, we're not going to buy it. And yeah.
But you know a trend that I've noticed? The older persons who are running like the town board or certain institutions are, what's the word? But persons who are usually in charge, they believe that legacy is all they need to market certain things. So the Kingston Vegetable Market has been there for what, 15 years? More than 15 years?
A long time.
The newer one, I mean.
Has any main market?
Yeah, the main market.
A while.
Yeah. But they believe now that they don't have to promote the market because the market in itself is in existence for a long time. So persons know the market is there.
Marketing. Uh-huh.
Yeah, but if you don't tell persons what they can find in the market, what exactly goes on in the market, or you don't introduce anything at all to draw people to come into the market, you then cannot be mad when people stick to the easier option, which is just buying from people as they pass them on the street. So
and the supermarkets, it's a one-stop shop. You go to the supermarket, you get it. I think they need to be like really creative with how they try to change the perception or try to change the culture and try to change people's minds. I can't think of anything like on the spot right now, but maybe if you give me like 5 days, might be able to come up with something. Not 5 days, but people and I don't want to say like regular people, but non-workers and just ordinary Vincentians could also think outside the box and share suggestions. I don't know if they have been doing that and the market has not like capitalized on how they market the market. I know they have like a sign outside and what's not. I think market also needs a power wash upstairs, but make it look a little bit more attractive.
Market definitely needs to be cleaned up.
Hello, truck concert in the middle of market one of these Fridays. You see how much people come inside there?
Travel?
Concert in the middle of market.
If it clean.
Vibes, man. Yeah, they clean it.
But then it
has been done before, you know.
But it have that shop there, right? Like I would like to believe that the main entrance to the market that always play music.
A shop? Always play music?
Yeah. It's a shop or it's a trailer thing, but they have a I forgetting what's today, boy. It's Chinese, I know. But you know what I'm talking about? A canopy. Is it a trailer there?
I don't even know. You said main entrance.
Okay,
I don't even
directly
know
opposite the court. Directly opposite court. Yeah.
It's Phil? Phil is his name?
Is it a trailer or is it part of the market itself?
Man, it's a shop.
Yeah, but like, what is it? Is it a boat structure? Is it a trailer? But you know what I'm talking about? They always play music and they're always busy. The area always busy.
Yeah, I was playing WEFM the morning. If we get in there, if I got the name wrong, send serious apologies. He always selling peanuts. So people like sit down there and vibes and what's not. Maybe like a little random concert in the middle of market. They have done it before. Investors Video did it before. And I thought it was nice. I thought it was done in the night though, but still night market. Something. Think outside the box to draw people into the market. And help to patronize them and help them to make as much money as they used to make outside. It'll take some time. Yeah, but I think it's worth it.
As it relates to the topic, let's just take this one comment before we go to commercial.
Money will only circulate in a community if the residents of that community spend their money there. This happens in Indian, Chinese, and Arab communities. Surprisingly, they can also answer the question.
That's not fair. That's not fair to us. Those people are business people. That's not fair to us.
Yeah, Phil's bar.
Okay, it's Phil's bar. Phil's bar. Okay, you got it right.
Somebody says, and we're rubbing our own with Centil. Somebody agreed with you, and then somebody agreed with me. I'm not too sure which points we're talking about.
Me neither. But the time is 8:04 here in Simmons and Grenadines, and your time check was brought to you by New